Chili Butts, we back. Let's get it.
Guys, before this video starts, I want to tell you about this sick website that sells hella cheap NBA jerseys. The website is ringchasers.com. I copped myself a few jerseys on there a while back, and I honestly don't know how their prices are this cheap. If you guys want to get a sick deal on a jersey, make sure you check them out. Link will be in the description, and use code LQG at checkout for an extra 10%.
I ain't hating on nobody rocking them. And today I ain't gonna ask you how much it costs.
Video, we're gonna be talking about the time Dennis Rodman disrespected Larry Bird and had to pay the price for it.
Cost at least.
But before we get in the video, make sure you guys smash the like button, also subscribe to the channel, catch all the content where we actual like athlete store. So that ain't no real athlete store, man. I don't know. To start the video off, we need to go back to 1987 when a 25-year-old Dennis Rodman was drafted by the Detroit Pistons with the 27th overall pick in the second round. Since Dennis Rodman went to college, not too many NBA teams knew about him, and his scouting report was described as a player who was a great athlete and had a lot of heart but was lacking skill. So when the Pistons decided to pick Rodman, he was at first intimidated by the star power that the Detroit Pistons had, running from Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars. Now, the Rodman of the late 80s had a totally different personality than the Rodman we'd come to find out during his Bulls days. During the 80s, Rodman was a lot less crazy, playing a lot of video games and staying inside instead of going out to the club. One thing, however, that Rodman did spend most of his time was on working on his game. He knew that he would never outskill anybody, but that he could beat them with his heart and his hustle. Rodman's entire plan was just to outwork everybody he came up against. But at the beginning of his rookie season, it had not really panned out, with him not getting a lot of minutes, and the NBA game was obviously a lot tougher and quicker than it had been in his college playing days.
But I didn't let that discourage me, you know, because I know I'm a rookie and everything.
That boy had cornrows. That boy had a haircut, waves, pink hair, green hair, yellow hair.
After only getting about 5 to 10 minutes in the first half of his rookie season, Dennis's hard work finally paid off, and he made the 8-man rotation and was now receiving over 20 minutes a game. Rodman was looked at as a defensive specialist, with Coach Chuck Daly letting him guard the best player on the court. Because of Rodman's quick feet and his relentless attitude, it made him the perfect player to guard some of the elite players in the NBA. And of course, one of these elite players happened to be Larry Bird. Rodman always waited for the matchups against Bird and was super motivated, and he wanted to prove that he was able to stop the best guys in the league, and this was one of his matchups which he looked forward to the most. Although he had a lot of success with some of the best players in the league, in his rookie season, Rodman had a ton of problems guarding Larry Bird.
Why was he on Shaq then?
Bird against Rodman, spins around the rookie, reverses it in.
Yeah, Bird tough.
Just went to Larry Bird University for a term there.
Boston up 5 of them boys. Yeah, Bird tough, Dennis.
Aims for 3 again. And Rodman the rebound. And Bird steals the ball. McHale gets the basket. And the basket counts in a foul, and Larry Bird made another.
Yeah, I know he's sick.
You just cannot stop thinking when you play against the Celtics. Now here's Rodman, and you watch Bird.
Look at him, yeah.
Inside, tip it to McHale, and Rodman came up underneath McHale. So
that's experience. Damn, you see how he walked over him?
Bird gets the ball away. First bucket for Larry. Playing with a lot of cockiness right now, and boy.
Hey, there's one thing I can say. You can be a good defender, one of the best. But if you're going up against a good scorer, one of the best, don't get buckets. It is what it is.
Now, although Rodman did have one nice steal and a poster dunk on Bird,
we did our job. We get paid.
the Celtics defense to get open for those outside shots.
McHale, who has 20. And a steal by Rodman. 3-on-1 break. Thomas.
Hey, that boy arm long as hell.
With his second foul of the game.
That motherfucker was at the box.
Who got the better of the matchup, where in the 3 games they played, Larry had 23-9, 31-8, and 27 points, shooting insanely efficient from the field. In the 80s, the Celtics-Lakers rivalry was at its peak. But towards the end of the 80s, the bad boy Pistons were on the rise. But in order to make it to the finals, the Pistons had to get past the Celtics. And in the 87 season, the Celtics and the Pistons would meet in the conference finals. Although the series went 7 games, Larry Bird was obviously the most dominant player in that series, averaging 27 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. Rodman was assigned the task of trying to contain Larry Bird, but had a really difficult time with it. After the Pistons lost in the 7th game, Rodman had some controversial comments about Larry Bird, and Isaiah Thomas got involved as well.
If Larry was a black guy, he'd just be a regular old basketball player.
He never, it all makes sense. Dennis Rodman always been crazy.
But I'd have to agree with Rodman. If he was black, he'd be just another good guy
I mean, they got a point back in the day.
Bird said he didn't care.
All the black guys pretty much had better skills.
One of Bird's biggest commercials back in the day was a commercial about Rodman.
But that's why he stood out. Can't hate on that.
Escort commercial. You see, I'm 6'9". An escort's about 4'6". When Rodman gave me this escort with these special options at this price, well, I had some face to save. So I called this number and told Rodman straight out, I'd rather drive this escort than sell it to somebody else. Sorry.
The Pistons were the best defensive
team in the NBA,
real beef
and
they
like
were ready
that
to support
on
Rodman
commercials.
To do whatever it takes to stop Larry Bird. But no matter how hard they tried, they just couldn't do it.
Y'all wasn't gonna stop Larry Bird, man. Y'all should have known that.
Larry leans in,
The Lakers had a hard time with Bird. Come on now.
Penetration didn't work. Actually helped Bird. Stripped by Bird. Third foul on Rodman, who goes to the bench.
Boston always has some real good strategic plays, always, since the beginning, man. Really, when you think about it, Boston a legendary team for real. Bill Russell got the most rings on one team. He got 13 rings, bro. Probably more. With Boston, they really slept on. They might do something this year, man. Let's see if they win. Did they win tonight? Somebody drop in the comments, did Philly beat Boston or Boston beat Philly? Because I didn't watch the game, y'all. I was in the high coma. That's why I ain't doing that in this video right now.
You can't find me, Dennis Rodman. And he comes up and look at the move. By the time Rodman gets back out to him, Bird uncorks.
Hey, y'all didn't peep that. He was versatile. You shoot with his right, but that was a left-hand floater off the back.
But we can also say that for sure, one of his hardest matchups was Larry Bird. And at the end of his career, Rodman had nothing but respect towards him.
Yeah, they ain't got nothing but respect for Bird.
He was a great player. He was fantastic.
Very talented. Very good shooter. 6'9". You feel me? Before Kevin Love, before any big shooter you could think of right now in the league, Bird was the first one. He was the original. Come on now. Give my man some respect.
So that's it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe to the channel to catch all the new content.
Y'all heard what he said, man. I know y'all enjoyed the video, so definitely go check out his channel. But hit the like button on both the videos, man. It's your boy DtaeNoDinero, man. Hey, man, y'all didn't see the video I dropped about the fight? Oh, matter of fact, I didn't even drop it because I didn't even record it, y'all. I ain't have my tripod. I had too much storage on my phone. It was just everything about the situation was just going down the drain. So I just said I'm gonna enjoy it. Took a few pictures. I didn't have no drinks, but I definitely enjoyed the fight. And it was definitely some knockouts of y'all. I didn't tune in. Go check it out. Albert Bell, Angelo Snow, Antoine Jones, and such a great more. There's plenty more great fighters, man, coming out here locally and out of Ohio. But yeah, man, it's me, your boy D-Tae. We out. Peace. Let's get it. City butt.